Welcome, Cancer, to your weekly reading. This is for the 18th to the 25th of November. We are going to see all the possible energies and messages coming through for you for this week. Cancer, I'm starting off by pulling your oracle card. This is going to give us our core message for the week. I will then go ahead and clarify everything further with the tarot to get deeper insight and deeper messages. Cancer, I will begin by looking at the area you should focus on. We will then look at possible challenges, if any. Thirdly, we'll look at messages and advice from Spirit. And finally, the possible outcome of the week. Cancer, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Cancer, your core message for the week is get started. And this message is a very clear, straightforward message, my dear Cancerians. No more thinking, analyzing or pondering. No more second guessing yourself, no more holding yourself back. Whatever you have planned and you want to get going and see happen in your life, my dear Cancerians, this is the week to put all procrastination or excuses, fear and insecurity aside and to harness that deep Cancerian strength within you and get going. You're only able to win the race, my dear Cancerians, when you are in the race. When you are thinking about joining the race, nothing much can happen. But once you start to participate, once you start to actively get involved and put things into motion, then, my dear Cancerians, you're going to start seeing things moving and happening. This, my dear Cancerians, is a week of action, strong decision making, and not doubting yourself. Let's begin by looking at the area you should focus on, and I'm just going to clarify the Lovers. So we want to see now what the Lovers is for Cancer, please. And you have Queen of Swords. Cancer, what we are seeing here for you is that there is a particular relationship that is coming under the spotlight this week. And what I'm seeing here with the Lovers, whoever this person is somebody who is close to you, my dear Cancerians. This could be your significant other, it could be a close friend, a family member, it could even be somebody at work, your business partner, a boss or a colleague. And they are presenting as Queen of Swords. Now this could be a masculine or feminine. It is the energy of Queen of Swords I am speaking about. Now I feel, my dear Cancerians, something Queen of Swords did or said in the past is still lingering around you. It could have been that they passed a very nasty comment, or they did something deceivious and ugly. But something about our Queen of Swords actions in the past is coming up now. Now I feel for many of my Cancerians, you've just let it ride. You've kept quiet. Perhaps you didn't want to have a full-blown argument. Perhaps you are afraid of confrontation. It's just not your thing. You are being asked this week to focus on what they did. You cannot hide it, my dear Cancerians. The most important thing here is to be honest with yourself. It's not about confronting Queen of Swords, whether you choose to do that or not. What I am seeing here, that is not the priority. The priority here is the truth of who Queen of Swords is for you and what you can now expect from them going forward. Because I do feel for many of my Cancerians, Queen of Swords has revealed her true nature. You know, Cancer, when somebody lies to us, when somebody says something incredibly low that hurts us to the core, We can move on from it, but we never forget. And you're being asked now to really look and focus on this relationship and put it into perspective. Understand who this person is for you. How do you want them in your life? And just be aware that their true colors have come through, my dear Cancerians. Now it's up to you to decide how you're going to protect yourself going forward. So it's a strong message coming through for some of my Cancerians. Now let's move on and see what your possible challenges are, and I'm just going to clarify death. So we want to see now what death is all about for Cancer, please. The King of Wands. You are presenting this week as King of Wands. Once again, it does not matter if you're masculine or feminine. It is the energy of King of Wands I am speaking about. And what I am seeing here is what I saw at the beginning, my dear Cancerians, is you tapping in and harnessing that Cancerian strength that many people underestimate or don't even realize you have. Because you are presenting as a king, you're coming through strong, powerful and impactful. This week, my dear Cancers, I think you're going to make incredibly big decisions and take very bold actions, strong and decisive, which might be out of character for you. But it's all because you are no longer accepting certain behavior, people and circumstances in your life. And I feel Queen of Swords could be part of this equation. Now Cancer, with Death and King of Wands coming through here, I do not feel that you have any big challenges this week. Actually, what I'm seeing here is you rising up and putting an end to big challenges, because you have a deep understanding now of what works for you and what doesn't, what you can accept, what you can't accept. King of Wands is a very dynamic, visionary king. And what I see here, Cancer, is that you know what love is. You know what a true friend is, what a great boss is, what a true romantic partner is, and you're not prepared to settle for anything less. So this week, you are being very decisive about who and what you are letting into your life. And I don't believe that this is just about relationships. I feel this is going to come through in other areas, like not tolerating certain behaviors at work. If you have a very difficult client, I see you putting your foot down, Cancer, letting them know, I am not tolerating your abusive behavior anymore. Either we work together and you allow me to do my job, or perhaps we go our different ways. You, my dear Cancerians, are taking this energy of getting started and you are implementing it in the biggest areas of your life, the areas you're about to bring in our death energy. And remember, Cancer, with death, it tells us you're ending certain relationship situations or circumstances that just are not good for you. You don't want them anymore, and you're making way for the new using our King of Wands energy. Incredibly strong messages coming through, Cancer. Right, let us move on now and see who or what Knight of Swords is for you that is sitting in messages and advice from Spirit. So we want to see now what the Knight of Swords is for Cancer, please. The Hanged Man. Cancer, this Knight of Swords energy is very connected to get started. And as you can see, Spirit wants you to move this week, to take action, not to hesitate, to put things into place, speak your mind, and not diminish your light or play it small for anybody any longer. Spirit acknowledges that many of my Cancerians have been in hangman energy up until this week, especially considering what you are putting into play this week. Really trying to understand what has happened. How could people behave this way? How could people do and say things and then tell you that they care about you in the same breath? And so you might have withdrawn, my dear Cancers, gone into hangman energy, God's waiting room, until you had better insight of what is actually happening and what is right for you. So we see that whatever you are doing this week, whatever you are eliminating, getting rid of, or starting or initiating, Cancer, it's very well thought out. This is not spontaneous and rash decision making. This is something you have been planning for the longest time. And now Spirit is letting you know the thinking and planning and coming to terms with everything stage is over. Your vision is clear. Move, my dear Cancerians. There is nothing holding you back now in moving forward, in getting started on bringing in things that are going to fill you up from a core level. And if that means, my dear Cancerians, saying goodbye to certain relationships, whether they are friendships, business relationships, colleagues at work, I see you working with King of Wands energy and understanding by letting go of what is not good for you, you are making room for the right people and situations to come in. Right, let's move on now and see what Ace of Swords is all about for you that is sitting in the possible outcome of the week. So we want to see now what Ace of Swords is for Cancer, please. And we have Nine of Pentacles. What a wonderful way to end the week, my dear Cancerians. Ace of Swords is coming in, letting us know, Cancer, you're going to be extremely successful this week in whatever you decide to do and how you decide to do it. Ace of Swords tells me that you see things clearer than you've seen before. You know, my dear Cancerians, who you are. You know what you are capable of. You know that you have strength in you, that you can get up, be the entrepreneur, the visionary, the innovative person that not only amazes you, but it will amaze people around you because it's innate and natural to you. And given the chance, you do not disappoint yourself, my dear Cancerians. I do feel with Ace of Swords coming in here, which is the hand of God coming in with our sword of victory and success. Whatever you set your mind to and you work towards with our King of Wands energy, you're going to meet with great success. And you, my dear Cancerians, by the end of the week are going to be encompassing Nine of Pentacles, which is incredibly wonderful to see because it tells us that by working with King of Wands, you bring yourself, my dear Cancerians, into a place where you feel like you are abundant, but it is abundance that you create for yourself. Now, when I say abundance, my dear Cancerians, it doesn't only mean finances and money. You know, you can be abundant here in a sense of pride because you have stood up for yourself. You have taken strong action and you have put things into motion. And now you're in a place where you feel so good about yourself. At the end of the week, no matter what Nine of Pentacles and abundance means to you, Cancer, you are going to be feeling so good about yourself, so proud of yourself that you not only can rise to the occasion, but that you can actually get started, implement, follow through until you see the best possible results. This is going to be such a great week where you are going to learn so much about yourself, Cancer, of learning how strong you are and what you're capable of. So that is all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful week, and I am sending you all so much love.